I struggled trying to bring these two slow coaches here?
I agree. I can't believe you couldn't show some patience and... Hey! What happened to our brilliant team spirit?
I've discovered quite a few of Seeker's records. Actually, you'd be surprised at just how many. But all those undecipherable records I also discovered. Who'd have thought they all belonged to Seeker too?
It was also Seeker who coined the term Stronghold of Sinners for Atoraxxion, which reads entirely differently to the records we last saw in Varmalkia.
Finally, the day is upon us. The last duel will now commence. The winner of this final Gladios will take the heart of Atoraxxion. As to what the heart of Atoraxxion is, well, I will tell you tomorrow, before the Gladios begins. May each and every one of you sleep soundly.
Wait a darn minute, we've read this before. Didn't we find this back at Valha's Paradise? Why is it written here as well?
Do you suppose the final Gladios was ever held? I've done the place up just for you. What do you think?
What the? It's the White Witch!
To be frank, it was in terrible condition when I arrived. Needed a complete renovation. Look, do you remember this? The end of our last journey was in the deepest depths of the Histria ruins. It was there I bid you farewell, so I made this place in its likeness. Call it the sentiment, if you will.
Hey! Stop hiding and show yourself! Why do you keep doing this?
Would you like to hear something amusing? That last thread is not the original. No, the original was destroyed by Seeker himself long ago, all but preventing progression through this zone. But what a pitiful end to our tale that would have been. You who have defeated Lucretia and awakened Atoraxxion. I knew it. You would never let me down. Now, just as then, my faith in you never faltered. So I left that meager gift just for you. What do you think of it? You have worked so hard to get here after all. I can't let this become an obsession, though. Make your sacrifices count for naught.
What's your game here? Is this another trap? Why won't you give us a break, you cold-hearted old Thogan? And stop speaking in riddles all the time. A joke isn't funny if you're the only one laughing at it.
My only desire is for you to discover what lies beneath the Atoraxxion you have awakened. If that still piques your curiosity, unravel this thread, then come to me at Seeker's Cradle. I shall be waiting for you. Waiting and making final preparations for the festival that heralds the transformation of the whole world as we know it.
What? A festival? The transformation of the whole world? What's she talking about? What's this all mean? Considering her track record, whatever she said it for a reason. Ugh, she's sending this little genius on another goose chase. Nonsense poetry is this?
Transmitting next command. Carrying out self-destruction of Seeker's grave Sycrakea. Command failed. Permission denied. Architect, Seeker, Overseer, Ilesra. Permissions do not match. Session will now end.
Oh my. Almost gave me a heart attack. Self-destruction? I really thought we were going to explode then. I guess that witch was right. Why did Seeker... Huh? There's a new record here.
That night, the fullest moon ever to rise over Sycrakea since its completion appeared in the night sky. That was the night I came to learn about everything. I had no choice but to face the truth. The truth that everyone had agreed to the new rules Baha, that scum, had implemented. The fact Yolu had also agreed ate away at me most. That she saw Baha, the despicable fool, as the center of the world. That this space, which I made for her and her alone, had been made in vain. Our next encounter fared no better, when one afternoon I found myself in Yolu's valley. Of all the days I could have sought her out, it had to be this one. And she was not alone that day. Bathed in the lavish glow of moonlight, I found her in Vaha's arms. Her smile was so radiant, certainly one he had never shown me. She looked so happy. But why was she with Baha? What about Baha and Oz? Was that all an act? Baha wasn't at all shaken by Oz's betrayal. It spoke volumes of the depth of trust between them. But what about me? What am I to do in this stronghold? Yolu, why did you give that light stone to me? If you were going to do this, why did you seek me first? Why?
What? Wow! What was that? Wow, just... wow! Weren't they all orphans of war? Wow. To be taken in only for this to happen.
It was then I realized I was standing on a scrap of fabric. Fabric from Yolu's clothing. And beside that fabric, a dagger. As my eyes focused, I saw words engraved on it. My love, Vaha. With the goddess of darkness's permission, our paradise will be complete. There was only one person capable of writing such words. Oars. The time for explanations has now long passed. A vast maelstrom of anger rages in my heart. Vaha must be eliminated.
There weren't any records like this in Volmorkia, were there? Vaha spoke mostly of Oars and her alone. But what exactly was going on between Vaha and Oars? Where did Rux find these kids?